So your intuition is never wrong. You've probably experienced this. You get that little nudge, it tells you, you follow it and it works out, or you get that little nudge, you don't follow it, and you end up regretting it. So here's the question, like, if we have something that is always right, that is always reliable, why is it that most of us, including myself at times, why is it that most of us fail to lean into that and really follow it? Here's the thing that I see. We're just going to get real and honest about this. The reality is that in order to actually follow your intuition, you have to own the fact that you know what's best for you. And this is something that I've talked about a lot. I've talked about the piece of, not following the gurus and the experts, not leaning on somebody else to tell you what is the right path for your business. What are the things that you need to be doing? Even if it looks like these people are successful and oh my goodness, they must have figured out the path and the shortcut and I should take that. But the thing is that when your intuition tells you that that's not the right thing for you, how does that work out? It doesn't work out. So when we don't actually lean into allowing ourselves to be the expert in our own lives, to be the expert in our own business, because I always like the business slant, when we don't do that, when we are resistant to being the expert in our business, then we are always going to be taken off course by the latest shiny, sparkly object. And sure, you can have like decision matrix grids and you can have those kinds of things to walk you through it. But ultimately, at the core of it, what needs to change for people? This is what I've seen after over 25 years of working with people, that what actually needs to change is this core piece of trusting you even when the direction of where you need to go is in conflict with what everybody else says, is in conflict with the contrary opinions, is in conflict with, maybe your friends and family, but choosing to trust you in spite of all of that. Of course, that's going to trigger all of our subconscious programming, all of those pieces around why it's not okay, it's not safe, you're not allowed, oh my goodness, don't do that. It's going to trigger those pieces. And that's why most people don't end up following their intuition, even though it's always right, even though we know it's always right. And I get it. You're probably like, Dana, I've done a lot of fucking inner work. Like, seriously, don't tell me I need more mindset or behavior or belief fucking changes anymore. Seriously. Well, unfortunately, I've been at this game for 30 years and I keep digging deeper. And so, sorry, not sorry, but there is deeper layers. And perhaps the work that you've done, while it's been deep, maybe it hasn't gotten to that piece of you trusting you. Just saying. So there's two ways to approach it. As always, you can lean in from the perspective of, okay, I'm going to change this by changing the outward behavior. In which case, go over to innerdominatrix.com, grab a copy of my latest book, Badass Intuition. I don't know why my brain always gaps in the title, but grab a copy of the Badass Intuition, and that will give you the step-by-step 6-week program to really drop you into your intuition, trusting your intuition, following it, how to get connected, and how to build that muscle of trust. So that's one way, because if you actually take action, it does shift and change. Along with that, you want to notice what comes up. Where's the resistance, right? Because as soon as you start taking action, you start trusting your subconscious mind is going to hijack you. It's going to want to interfere. It's going to get in there and say, oh no, don't do that. Oh, look, oh no, that can't be right. Oh, I don't know if we can trust that answer. You're just making that up. They're going to have all of those pieces come up and get in your way. And that's where the deeper work comes in. So I always love getting people to do both, really leaning in with action and looking at, okay, we need to look at what's come up, what's getting in the way. You have that piece, that opportunity to reach out to, a speaking gig or a podcast guest, or, you have that opportunity sitting in front of you and you're not leaning in, you're not doing the steps that you need to do. Well, why? what's going on. And it's not logical. It's never logical. The subconscious mind is completely irrational, like a 3-year-old. Totally irrational. Just wants the ice cream cone. That's all. So, dig in there with the Badass Intuition book, get yourself the boot camp, put yourself through that. And if you're finding that you really are butting up against a lot of resistance, then let's have a conversation about, really getting your subconscious mind reprogrammed, get the system set up. It's about 6 weeks for us to really map out a whole reprogramming with your subconscious mind, really getting you leaned into being able to navigate that by yourself. So it's not long, but there are some really key things that I've learned over the last 25 plus years for remapping, reprogramming the subconscious mind in a way that is effective and relatively painless. All right, so head over to bookdana.in. And in the meantime, maybe we can trust your intuition just a little bit more for today.